And I'm here with one of the Crows, I'm very glad to say. Mick Ryan has joined me outside the village.
Crows, no definite article.
No, a crow. I'm here with a crow. No definite
Crows,
article.
yeah.
Yes, but you're only one of them.
Oh, I am.
You are a singular crow
I'm
at the
crows,
moment.
yeah.
Anyway, let's not argue about
Yeah.
grammar. What does this festival mean to you?
Well, I first came in 1971 when I was 18, and it was extremely exciting for me at the time, and it still is. I mean, clearly it's an institution, but it's a very old institution, and it's venerable, but it all seems to me it's a vital institution in every sense of that word.
Vital to the folk community and the future of folk music in
and
England.
it has life. It's still going, and young people are still coming through, as I did in 1971. So
And when they come through young, as we've discovered this week, they get brought here against their will by their parents, and they're still coming here in their 70s.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'm 70, so I still keep coming. But mind you, they do pay me, but not much.
Tell me about the history of Crows.
Well, Crows was formed in 1978. It was two duos that were working the folk scene at the time, Mick Ryan and John Burge, and James Patterson and Ralph Jordan. And we were, well, if I say so, as not as I shouldn't. We were very popular. Then we split up in '88, and I started working with Pete Harris in a duo, and then I was working with Paul Downs for the most recent 15 years. Still work with Paul, in fact. And when me and Dave Bordeaux, one of the original members, decided to reform the band, because some old radio recordings were found and we wanted to put an album out. So we needed two new members, and so of course I had history with both Pete and Paul, and so they slotted in very nicely. So that's what you've got before you tonight.
So you've got a sort of reformed and recreated Crows here.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's slightly different now because in the interim, since 1980, I started writing songs. So a lot of our material is written by me, in fact. So that's the great thing about keeping going for all these years. Is hopefully you develop and learn and so on.
Well, of course, and also creating that original work is so important.
Yeah.
Give me a bit of a flavour of what your style is, what your genre is.
Well, my genre really is is traditional style, because that's me. That's what I've grown up with, so that's the style it's not pastiche. It's just naturally what comes out. Having said that, I occasionally do indulge in pastiche, usually for comic effect.
Well, I'm looking. That tends to work, I suspect.
Yeah, it does, frankly. So when I write these sort of folk operas, I slip in, and I'm writing for characters in that case. Then I can write in various styles. But it's folk. What is known as folk, although what is folk is another whole thing.
We've been trying to define it all week, and we've got absolutely nowhere.
I think it's you can't define it, but you recognise it when you hear it. That's what it amounts to, frankly.
Tell me about the future of Crows.
Well, we're all. I'm 70. Paul's 70. Pete's 74. Dave's 74. So
got another 30 years ahead of you.
Yeah, possibly. yeah, with cryogenics or something.
But are there any chances of albums, any recordings going on, any more new work being written?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't know, frankly, is the answer to that. I'm not. The thing is, these days is we've got albums and we do sell them, though we're not selling them here, as for reasons I won't go into. But it's old technology, and I think the downloading of tracks is great for bands that sell millions or hundreds of thousands, but we sell a few hundred, and it's not really viable.
But that old technology is so fashionable now, vinyl and even tape sometimes.
Yeah, we could go for vinyl maybe. Yeah. So the answer to your question is possibly, but who knows?
Mick, thanks very much. That's mysterious. Wonderful set. Thank you
very
much.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.